Good afternoon. It's Lindsay. It's November 19th, 2024, and I'm gonna do a video. I can't do one on my computer because they're fucking with my internet service. And this is a video about gang stalking and about how they harass you and try to get you to make decisions quickly. And this is what this topic is. I'm gonna try to stay on the topic because it's very overwhelming when you're going through this, when they know that you're in a legal situation. So ever since this legal shit has been going on, they've been sending all these handlers and people to fuck with me and stalk me and intimidate me or try to control my assets, steal my property, break into this house, and whatnot. Okay, this has been going on ever since that probate case in Kerrville started in 2023. So I use AT&T Internet. Okay, I've been using it for quite a while now on my home laptop computer. A couple days ago, 3 days ago, it's been at least 3 days now. I get a knock on the. It's around 7 p.m. And this was a couple days. Whatever day it was. It was on. It was on. Well, actually, I think it was on Sunday. Sunday, yeah, Sunday. Sunday. I'm here in this house, and I hear somebody knocking on the gate out there. And I look out there, and I see this man wearing like a uniform of Spectrum. It says Spectrum on it. I'm like, okay, this is kind of a strange hour for them to show up like that. And plus, he was knocking really hard on the gate. I'm like, okay. So I went out there and started talking to him, and he asked me, who do I use for internet service? I said I use AT&T. He said, how long have I been using that? I said, however long, I don't remember. I told him a couple of years. And he said, well, you used Spectrum at one point, didn't you? I said, yes, I did, but they raised my price. So I switched over back to AT&T, or switched to AT&T. And so then he's like, well, and I said, what's your name? He said, my name's Ricardo. Okay. So, and I didn't even ask him his last name. I said, I didn't even ask him for a business card, but he said that my house and some other person who was paying $160 or something for internet, that he chose my house and someone else. And he was parked in front of these fucking people next door, those goddamn fucking, you know what, hoodlums who were fucking harassing me and stalking me for so long. That fucking flop house next door. His car was parked over there, and it was like some fucking. I think it was it looks like a Ford of some kind. I don't know. It may have been a Ford Fusion or a Toyota. I couldn't tell, but he didn't have a marked vehicle. He had on it. So I guess he's a contract worker with them. So he had his little thing. He manipulated me kind of, by a smooth talking salesperson once again, to sign up for internet service, or to give him my email and my phone number and all that. And, I was like, okay, yeah, because he said I can pay $40 for 2 years. But he said there's no contract. I'm like, well, how can it be that $40 for 2 years, but there's no contract? I need that in writing, because right now I'm paying too much. So I was thinking, okay, I'll sign up. So I signed up, gave him my email, my address, my email address, my phone number, and then the next thing you know, a couple days later, this was on Saturday actually, not Sunday, Saturday that he showed up here, and then on Sunday or yesterday was it? Sunday. Today's Tuesday. On Sunday or Monday. I don't fucking remember, but the equipment showed up. A box from Spectrum showed up. This large box from Spectrum. And so but then I had someone scheduled to come out here to do that because I know that there's a fucking problem with the box out there. And I'm going to go ahead and walk outside and show you that I have there's a box that's for that internet service, and it's all fucked up, that I can't really even, it doesn't, I don't think it works. It's a box that for Spectrum right there. It just says Time Warner Cable on it, and that's for Spectrum. Okay, and it's locked because I tried to get up there with the ladder the other day as I was talking to some man, and I couldn't get the fucking thing open. So right now my fucking internet is hooked to a fucking nasty fucking thing out of here. Sorry, to this box over here, this AT&T. It says AT&T. So that's where I have my internet, which works fine right now. Okay. So this was all done to overwhelm me. This whole thing done to fucking overwhelm me and make me make a decision on the fly or on the spot. That's what these people do. I don't know who this man was. He claimed to be. I started asking him, where are you from? He said he's from some small town in California where it's well known for garlic, the garlic capital of the world. So I don't know what, I forgot the name of the place. His name was Ricardo. He had a mustache, a beard. And he was friendly. You know, I'm not saying he wasn't friendly, but I'm just saying it was a fucking setup. I can assure you of that. That was no coincidence. He was sent over here by somebody. That's how this stuff works. They don't just come randomly to somebody's house like that at that hour and talk. It was to prevent me because I had to go pee really bad. It was to prevent me from doing what I need to do and making sure that they take up your time and monitor you because I was having because I told that fucking dumbass who was trying to be my handler, that shit fuck off, and basically I guess they know that they're in trouble now with all the shit that they've been doing to me. So they're trying to kind of maybe cover their tracks or cover their asses by whatever they're doing. But this stuff is all synchronized considering I've been going through this legal thing. And come to find out, well, let me finish. I'm sorry, I'm jumping around, talking too fast. So the box arrived the other day and I was just overwhelmed. I'm like, I don't want to it's a big fucking hassle to have to switch your internet service. If you don't understand that, some of you people in this fucking neighborhood don't even have internet service, or some of them do, but nonetheless, it gets kind of complicated, all these boxes, and they have to last time they redid my AT&T, he had to do all this rewiring. They had to do a bunch of rewiring. It was a big hassle, and I had to pay extra money because he had to completely do all this extra work for the AT&T. And so now I'm thinking, well, if that person had to go through all that trouble to install my AT&T internet, why do I want to? Why is Spectrum so eager for me to change over now? It's like a competition between Spectrum and AT&T. AT&T Center it's on East Houston Street, I guess, over there, not too far from where I live. It used to be called it's called Frost Bank Center now. It used to be AT&T Center. Before that, it was a fucking Freeman Coliseum. They keep changing the name of that shit. Speaking of which, when I first lived on Canton Street in 2016, when Kenny put me in that fucking horrible situation like that, within that very day of my moving into that house on Canton Street in 2016, February, I get a knock on the door, and this man named Freeman, this little Jewish man, clearly a Jewish man. I don't know his first name. I just remember his last name was Freeman. Introduced himself and gave me some keys to the Canton house. And he's like, here's the keys to this house. And I'm like, what? I already had fucking keys to that house. So that was really weird. And his name was Freeman, his last name. And it was right, not too far from the Freeman Coliseum. This was in 2016. And so then, of course, they eventually changed it. Then it was an AT&T Center. This is where it's not the Alamo. This is over there on East Houston Street. Okay, what I'm talking about, that dome where they have like concerts and whatnot. I don't know, but anyway, now it's called now I guess they call it it's changed to Frost Center. Okay, so whatever, they keep fucking changing it. I don't whatever, but the point is that. So I had been using AT&T. I'm happy with AT&T other than they keep raising the price and I pay too much. So this guy quoted me at $40 a month with Spectrum. I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm like, yeah, that's a lot better than what I pay. So I was like, I took it. I went ahead and signed up. And so I got the equipment. I called some guy the other day to let him know that I might need help to set it up. And he kind of walked me through setting it up, which I did. Everything in that room, I plugged it in. I plugged in the modem and all this stuff and this other thing that came with it. And then, of course, everything is working, except obviously there's something wrong with the fucking box out there. The box, it's locked. I reached it with the ladder. It's locked. I can't turn on the internet myself. So obviously a technician would have to come out. And then it's just a fucking it's just chaotic. They are always, and by the way, I found out this guy was named Jeffrey, and he lived in Austin. He was really friendly. He told me he was in Killeen at some call center, but he had an Austin phone number, so he was some military brat guy or some whatever. And he was saying, I'm at the largest military base in the world or something in Killeen. I'm like, oh, okay. I said, were you in the military and whatever? He's like, no, but I have family or something like that. So we were talking. I don't know the guy's last name, but he was friendly. He was nice, and he was helping me walk through the whole thing with the computer or setting it up or the modem and all that. So he was very nice and helpful towards me. But then I'm thinking, okay, so I had someone scheduled to come out here today to finish doing what they need to do because now, of course, there's something with that box out there. And I'm thinking, great, okay, if the person comes out here today and there's something wrong with that box, then what am I going to do? Because they're going to end up charging me more money and I don't have anything in writing. And then I get something in the mail today from Spectrum saying $30 for 3 years. Okay, here's another promotion that I just got in the mail. $30. It says $30 3 year. Okay. Well, why did they just tell me $40, $41 the other day? I'm a little confused because now I'm saying now they're saying $30. Okay, then I guess I'll keep the equipment and talk to somebody again and say, look, what's going on here? Because I can't get the fucking thing to work. The internet won't work. There's something with the box out there. I can't fix that. I'm not a technician like that. I'm not a fucking electrician. I'm not gonna fall off the fucking ladder trying to fix it or figure it out, and they know that. So they're gonna have somebody come out here today between 2 and 3. But I'm so fucking overwhelmed and anxious that I canceled that because I need some fucking time to think about this. They're pressuring me, and that's what these people do. They pressure you to do things quickly and make changes quickly, because it's always about fucking money and about these people getting paid so that they can exploit you in whatever kind of way. Because I've gone through this my entire life, okay? These kinds of things about me being exploited and financially abused and then made to look stupid because I make decisions too quickly, which is all part of the harassment stuff. You make decisions quickly and then you realize I didn't make a good decision sometimes. But that's part of the fucking agenda of these horrendous stalkers, which I go through every day. Their street theater, their mobbing, their shit that they do to me at the gym. You think I can't see that these people are all, how dumb does a person have to be, especially considering I'm going through this legal thing, fighting. And I'm a fighter. That's just what I do. I don't fucking give up, and I don't let people exploit my weaknesses any more than they have, because with these people, you'll notice that when you're dealing with gang stalkers, it's all a competition. It's a competition of who's the weakest, who's the physically the strongest, it's just stupid. You see the way they behave and the way their mentality is, and you wonder why I stay by myself, and it's just because I don't want to get involved with that kind of stupid shit and drama. Whereas I was already involved with somebody harassing me and exploiting me sexually in other ways for the past year and whatever several months. He was a fucking liar, okay? And that was traumatizing enough, and I'm pretty sure that jackass was working with somebody being paid to do that shit to me, to exploit me, to gather information about me and steal my identity. And I think he wants my fucking property. I'm pretty sure the motherfucker wants my land or property, something that he's trying to steal. And it's just creepy. And once again, he left me a message the other day, which I deleted, even though I haven't blocked again. I had changed my number because that motherfucker won't leave me alone. And then he manipulated me into giving him my number again, and I did several days ago. But I didn't. Nonetheless, I'm being abused, psychologically abused, and this time I think that jackass knows not to fuck with me, because I'm going to get the police involved. I will call the police and take action on this. If he does come around me again, I will call the police and do a police report or a protective order, and that's what I'll do to protect myself if this asshole continues to do this to me and cause me this kind of anxiety and trauma and pressuring me into doing something I don't want to do because of his perverted fucking sex addiction. Um, Yeah, Lewis, whatever the fuck your name, Lewis. Yeah, that's your name. You're a jerk. You're a fucking asshole, pig. And I can't stand you. So stay the fuck away from me. Um, and also, what else am I going to talk about? Well, yeah, I don't care anymore. When it comes to defending yourself from these people, you have to say it like it is, or they're going to take advantage of you all the time. These assholes, and that's what they do. They're predators, and that if I'm not careful, I'll get killed, or I'll end up killing somebody because I'm so fucking angry. And that's what they want you to do. They want you to react violently towards them so that you get in trouble. And it's like they are pressuring and provoking you into doing something violent so that you can get arrested or thrown into a mental hospital because of your fucking because it's what they do to you to cause you to react. And this is called psychological emotional abuse, and it's abuse. And when you're being under coercive abuse like this, unless you've experienced this kind of thing, most people don't understand it. It's very difficult to understand how this kind of shit works, but these people are very sick predator people. um so I'm talking about it. And by the way, I found out when I was speaking to man, this fella Jeff, yesterday with Spectrum in the installation department. I think he was in the installation department or the billing department. I have it written down nonetheless. He told me that he said I told him about how I was at first when I talked to him, I said I'm very upset because this person showed up at my home a couple days ago, just he was very aggressive in a way, kind of aggressive. And I said that was just putting me on the spot to make a decision. I said I didn't like that. That was not appropriate. I let him know how I felt. And then, of course, I had texted that Ricardo person the next day. He completely ignored my text anyway. So, do I trust him? No. And then come to find out, this Jeff person told me that that this Ricardo's last name is Luna. Luna, just like Melinda Luna in Kerrville, the attorney ad litem. Really? So this is not just a coincidence, is it? His last name was Luna, Melinda Luna. Hmm. Okay, whatever. I'm just saying. You see how this stuff works, what they do, and I just had to talk about that because it's very strange how Luna. I mean, that was not a coincidence. Okay, I can assure you, considering that I'm working with a different attorney now, or trying to, and this Melinda Luna is not on my side. I don't think she ever was, to be honest. She was hired by the judge, the attorney ad litem. I didn't have. They didn't even give me a chance to hire my own attorney because I didn't have the fucking money to do it. This is how this unfair probate stuff works, and this shit fucking sibling asshole. It just makes me so mad how women, how this court, how it all works. It's just disgusting how people get taken advantage of financially and in the legal system and whatnot in the court system. If you're not a Freemason or one of these people, this is what the shit that does. And by the way, here's something else. I mean, I have this is something else that's a coincidence. They knew that I was going to go to the post office today on the freeway to return something, right? In the back of my car, an item at the post office over there, not far from here. But to get there, I usually, when I know I'm going to the post office from the gym, I'll get on the freeway and just drive, down I-35 headed west, or I-10 east. I'm going to I-10 east. I am heading west again when I'm coming back. Well, get this. On my car, I have this stupid sticker of this Eastern Star shit, and then but I'll go ahead and show you because this is shit is all so fucking staged. I swear to God, I could have filmed that. Too bad I didn't fucking film that shit. But here, let me show you what I have talked about on my car. To, okay, I have a sticker here. It says "Live Free or Die, New Hampshire," and then it's got this 3 star, or part of it's taken off. It's 3 parts of a star. Okay, and that's like an Eastern Star thing, which is obviously it's Masonic, but I only liked it because it's got the crown there. It's just I thought it looked kind of cool. I'm kind of, you know what I mean. So anyway, New Hampshire, live free or die. I like the motto, and it happens that Ben Baldwin, my alleged father, lived there when he was working at a newspaper. the journal transcript in Franklin, New Hampshire. So whatever, New Hampshire, I have a connection with that. So I have that sticker on there. And so I'm driving down the freeway to on my way to the post office over there on here in the east side, the post office, which is what's the name of the street? I don't I don't know the exact name of the street that it's on. Caton or something, off Caton, and then whatever street down there, not too far from here, a few miles away. But anyway, as I'm driving down the freeway on my way there, because they already knew I had that in the back of my car. This is called behavior modification, predicting what I'm going to do. This is an example of that. I look over to the right as I'm about to exit closer to that exit, which is Cherry Street exit or something. I don't know. It's after the New Braunfels Geevers exit. There's the exit that you take to go to the post office. Well, right before that exit, not too far ahead of the exit, I noticed on the right hand side of the freeway a three-legged pinata, like spiked like that. Just three legs, a pinata that was perfectly in good condition, but it was only three. The three-legged star thing. It was like a star, but only three pieces of it sticking out on the side over there of the freeway, right there at the freeway. I'm like, oh wow, okay, gee, that's just my delusional paranoia, right? I don't know. It seems to me like that was just staged. Somebody put it there. But then again, I'm crazy and delusional and schizophrenic and don't know anything, and I'm everything that comes out of my mouth is just bullshit, right? These are none of this is a coincidence. None of it is stage gang stalking or harassment. It's all my imagination because I'm so crazy and stupid. Let them continue to fucking smear me, mock me, insult me, degrade me. I don't really fucking care because I've grown quite strong and immune to their bullshit. That you know what I mean? These people are fucking stupid when they do that, as far as I'm concerned. So I just had to talk about that right now, and that's